All right. Hi, guys. This is take number 2. I couldn't find my progress keepers I wanted to share, which hopefully maybe they're somewhere in this menagerie of things. Anyways, hello again. This is episode 2 of Masoncreationsyarns podcast. And if you are coming to me for the first time, welcome. And if you're coming back to check out what we're sharing, what we're talking about this week, welcome back. Sorry, robe, stain top, life, mom, disheveled. Looks sunny. It's 32 degrees outside. It's supposed to snow. Not with that amount of sun, I don't think. And if it does, it's not going to stay around for a while. Anyways, sorry about the blaring light behind me. Not much I could do. As you see, I already closed my curtains this time. Learned from last time. Sorry, my hair's a mess. Anyways, do have a few things to share. I don't have a lot of knitting to share, just to forewarn you, because I've only been working on one knitting project. Sorry if I move you around a little bit. There we go. I only have been working on one knitting project monogamously, and that's my test knit. And this is what we've got so far. About halfway done. So, pretty excited about that. We just did our week check-in with her. This pattern is designed by Critium Handmade on Ravelry, and she also has an Etsy shop. She dyes all kinds of self-striping yarn, and I believe some patterns are in her Etsy shop, but you can also find her patterns on Ravelry. And sorry about if the light gets weird. I don't know. I watched the last video and it didn't seem to do many weird things except for cut my head off. So we're gonna fix that. There we go. Sorry. Here my dining area, my fancy technical lighting behind me, and the sun. I'm gonna drink some coffee, so sorry. I'm still trying to get with it and get the program going. Okay, so that's what mainly I've been knitting on. I did. I'm gonna do like I did last time, just kind of jumble everything together. Oh, look, I found the things I was looking for. I was smart and put them in a project bag. And speaking of project bags, this is a project bag I got from Molly Klein that my cat apparently likes to snuggle with. This is from Molly Klein Designs. She has a podcast, and she is also on Etsy, and she wonderful bag maker. I haven't tried any of her yarns yet because I know she started dyeing yarns, I believe, at the putting them in her shop. I believe at the end of, I want to say at the end of last year, mid to end last year. But from what I've seen, everything looks gorgeous. Her bags are amazing. They stand up. But that is major. This is mass whip number 1. My pattern, haven't been able to work on that because of I've been working on this test knit. I did get some more of this poncho done, which is being housed in Betty Boop. Just a big Betty Boop tote bag, nothing fancy. But I haven't gotten super far in it. This is what I've gotten to so far. I've gotten one stripe of gray and almost one and a half rows of purple, and on the second part of the poncho that I'm making for my friend's daughter, so that'll be awesome. Okay. Oh, as we're on the bag subject, this is from the Stitching Plaza. I shared it already, and this is amazing. I love the bag. Still has my Find Your Fade in it. Nothing's been worked on. Absolutely love the bag. Good quality bags from both shops. Both places. Stitching Plaza on Etsy and Molly Klein Designs on Etsy. I think I'm going to dye a yarn that matches my bag. Just minus the cat fur. Sorry, you get to get a close-up look of cat-loving bag everywhere. So, that's been drug all over the house with me. So there's cat fur everywhere. And I think there's probably some wool fiber on there too. We'll get into that. And I did order 2 of these. Okay, this is what I got. I ordered 2. She was absolutely amazing and sent me an extra one as a gift. And I thought it was awesomely sweet. And it's very cool. Absolutely love it. And I dyed a yarn that almost matches it. It's great. Yeah, I'll show you the 2 I ordered first. Because I really do like her Progress Keepers. This is from Super Stitchy. And there is her website, which is also linked in my last episode, and I will also link it in this one. There we go. You can see it now. But there are the 2 glittery heart stitch markers I got. Now, she sent me that one as a gift. How cute is that? There's a little baby shamrock in it for St. Patty's Day. And I was already thinking of a green colorway for my shop. So, I didn't get this until after I had actually dyed the yarn. So, it was perfect. But now I'm going to put that back in the bag because I just searched my house for like 20 minutes swearing to God I lost them because I thought I put them somewhere else. Well, scatterbrain. Okay, so now we're going to get into... This is going to be super short, you guys. So, sorry if it's not your thing. But we're going to get into my latest and greatest of things I've been doing. Oh, before I do that, we won't do that yet. My dingy self, I didn't even look up the site for this. I had somebody on Etsy that makes bands for handspun yarn, make me bands for my shop. And it's Squirrel Nuts, Nutty Squirrel. I don't know, I'll link it. Anyway, she did a really good job. I only wanted the outline of the sheep. I didn't want a full color and a black and white because my cardstock that I print my labels on is light lavender. So I didn't want anything getting muddied or confusing or anything. It should be nice, clean, and crisp. I'll be sending out a couple things with those on it anyways. Probably today or tomorrow. Excited. It's just a gift for somebody, so it's not anything huge. Okay. First, I must say, this right here. Here's the Etsy shop. Yes, this is what I started doing. But I didn't start on anything weird. Just this cute little wheel and spindle. This is what I've spun so far. This is, I'll share where I got the fiber, but I dyed the fiber myself, so this is just blank fiber I caught on a flash sale. Cute, absolutely great. You know, everything I've read about spindling or spinning of any kind, like, says only to spindle for 15 to 30 minutes a day. Okay, this is why I didn't podcast yesterday, because I was spindling a single. I think until I get comfortable with getting, because it's all thick and thin, which is normal for a beginner. And considering yesterday, this is my second batch, but yesterday was my first day ever touching a spindle or spinning apparatus of any kind. I did that because it was enjoyable. My fingers starting to bug me from the amount of knitting I've done on the shawl. Because I shared it with you last week. I ripped it out 4 days ago. And I'm already almost halfway done. Or 5 days ago. I ripped it out completely. And I started slowing down because my fingers started bothering me from keeping it like this for so long. So I was like, okay, spindling, I can actually switch fingers, so I can keep this one extended to give it a break. So I messed with that yesterday. I got spindle from here. I will link her shop down to the bottom. And no, I have not made show notes on Ravelry yet. And I probably will not because I'm not that up to it. I might. I don't know. I'm not going to speak in definitives, but you quit looking at my stain. Sorry. I'm a mess this morning. But I did get the fiber. And I've looked at this shop. And they have amazing, they had a Spinner's Delight flash sale. I wound up getting like a pound of roving, of plain. This is just what I haven't dyed. And I don't know that I'm going to dye. If anybody has any fiber dyeing tips, I've dyed, okay, I have dyed non-superwash yarn and not felted it. I slightly felted this. Maybe even more than slightly. But I can still spin it, so I'm okay with that. But this is slightly felted in a lot of spots. I don't know what I did wrong. If anybody watching dyes roving or for themselves or for a shop or whatever, or spins or anything, any suggestions, please send me a message. That'd be awesome. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, hey, dum-dum, don't do that. Whatever. But this I got for, I think it was $16 plus shipping, which is an awesome deal considering I've looked at several other shops and could not find anything close to that for a pound of roving. It's like 4 ounces of $16. And I did order a few braids to mess with later when I get better at spinning, because once I start a new hobby, I don't know, I go a little overboard. It's like it goes from yarn to fiber, and they kind of like go like this. So I immediately have to hoard things I think are pretty. So that's what I did. But I ordered that from here. And they have quite a few things in their Etsy shop. I will link their shop in the description of the video down below. And here's Super Stitchy's card, just in case you didn't catch it the last time. And I know people aren't all totally into, oh, what everybody bought and stuff like that. But I like sharing things. And it's not saying, oh, I have so much money, look at all this stuff I bought. No, because a lot of the people I buy from actually are either super small businesses or are also other Etsy sellers, because I know I'm just starting. I haven't made a sale yet. And I know it's hard. It's hard to be in a competitive market of any kind, including fiber. I got this for $10. And a lot of the stuff that I get is pretty inexpensive. I don't go spending tons of money all the time. It's with Fiber Queen. And I have not used this yet, but I just like the colors. And it was a grab bag of fiber for felting or spinning or for any other woolly projects that you wanted to do. So I thought it would be fun to mess with. And, you know, it's not like a $30 braid that I'm going to have to worry about messing up or not spinning right. So I thought it was cool. It helped out another shop. It was pretty awesome. It was $10 plus shipping, no biggie. I had the extra $10. But now we're going to get off of what I bought from everybody else and what I've dyed for. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Because I did go to my LYS, which is extremely small. And she has struggled so much in the past couple years that she's not even there. Her husband owns the business next door, so he just lets people in, which is kind of cool. I really would hate to see her shop close because we live in such a small community. Everybody would rather order online than go. So I try to make it in at least once a month to grab something from her. And I got a couple things of roving from her also. You know, this was, you know, a couple bucks between the two of these. And they're just nice natural fibers. They're not dyed. They're just, you know, off the sheep. They've been carded. And these are dyed, carded, little felting kit that you can, you know, spin up, you know, that you can draft out and spin up. So, something for me to play with so I'm not wrecking a nice, you know, braid that I did spend a little bit of money on and that I would like to make into a yarn later. Okay, enough about spinning. Okay, we covered what I've been doing, which isn't much, except for in the dyeing department. I did get a good little bit of dyeing. And right now I only have the single minis in my shop. If you do want like the bouquet, the single minis are $3.50. 5 minis will be, I think it was 5 or 13, and then 10 would be 20. A bundle of 10 minis would be 20. All of my colors are available in minis. So if you've looked at my Etsy shop and you're like, that doesn't look like a full skein of yarn. No, because I only dyed the minis, but the minis and the colors are the minis and the full skeins will be available cross shop. So if I have if I have a full skein of something, sorry, my technical setup is failing. If I have a full skein of something, I'll have a mini of it, and if I don't have it on hand, I will dye it, and they take less than a day to dry, so they're really no hassle, no fuss, no muss. And if I have a mini of it, I also have it available in full skein. Like I said, if I'm out of the stock, I'll let you know. I'll dye it up, and it might add maybe 1 day to processing. It really doesn't take as long as everybody thinks to dye a yarn, because I have blank yarn here. The only time it takes a while is if you're waiting for the yarn to be shipped to you, or at least that is in my case, because I'm a housewife, so I homeschool a child, and I'm home quite a lot, so it doesn't take much time for me. But this is my newest color. This is my newest colorway. This is Husky, and this was inspired because my son likes Huskies. He can't have a dog, so I figured I'd make him a yarn. But this is available in my shop. This is $18 for a full 100 gram skein, and this is what Husky looks like. Nice, pretty, because you get the same variegation that you do in a actual Husky, except for its eyes are not on its chest. Okay, just saying. But yeah, I haven't knitted with it yet. He's trying to figure out what he wants me to make with this for him. So, because I did dye this skein in particular for him, but it is available in my shop for $18. This is my workhorse sock yarn. It is 75 merino wool, 25% nylon, and it feels really nice. It's not like overly fluffy soft like 100% merino is, but it's still soft to the skin. It doesn't make you itchy. It's still pretty. This one is slightly softer only because there's less nylon and more merino in it. My minis are 80% merino and 20% nylon. This is 464 yards. This is 40 yards. The minis are 10 gram skeins, just so you know. But this is Oh Dear. And this is inspired by a bunch of deer that we have around here. So this is Oh Dear, and this is what it looks like. Reminds me of a bunch of deer. I just didn't put them standing in the field chilling out. Just reminds me of their little deer behinds hanging out at the side of the road waiting to jump out in front of my car. Because I am a deer magnet while driving. I have not named this one yet. This is why it is not in the shop. There are a few of these I haven't listed yet, but I am working on it. I did take my Valentine's Day colors down because today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. But they're down because they weren't going anywhere. So I'll have them up next year. Hopefully I'll be able to put them out sooner so that way everybody has more time to get a hold of them. I mean, if you want one, just message me and I can put it in as something else or make you a special order. But this light is killing me. The sun keeps playing peekaboo. But this is a color I have yet to decide on a name for. I haven't figured it out yet. Oh my goodness. What? Okay, 1 second. Alrighty then. So I turned the light on. So maybe that'll help. Yeah, it does. A little bit. It kind of... This is like a dark purple. Just don't think you can see it very well. It's not being extremely true to color, but it's pretty close. And it has a bright dark blue in it and, light pinks and stuff. This was kind of like a plain in the dye pot, but I know what I did, so I could probably recreate it or get really close. No idea for a name for it yet. Anybody comes up with one and you feel like having me name a yarn after something you thought of, let me know. It'd be great. It'd be a great help to me. Oh, and I have decided to include a hand assembled. They're not handmade because they do not make charms. They're hand assembled progress keepers with each order. So if you, in my shop it says my progress keepers, I want to throw this disclaimer out. They are not mine. I did not create them except for to put the some of them I had to put the eye screw in and, you know, add the jump ring and the clasp of whichever I choose to use. So yeah. Anyways, this one I think is in the shop. This is the blues. This is just a nice tonal blue. You get really light spots of blue where they're almost not there, and then really nice dark royal blue almost. That's the blues. This one is in the shop, and I know this for a fact because I just listed it. Yeah, it's this one. This one is Sky and Field, or Field and Sky, whichever way I listed it. It's just a green with like a blue and a turquoisey color, or like a greenish blue color, almost like a, it's not aqua, but I would call it more turquoisey. It's not a bright blue. It's not, but it's more of a turquoise blue with green and spots, lighter spots, darker spots. Nice. Haven't gotten to knit up any samples for pictures. Sorry. I've been working on this test knit, so hopefully soon I'll have that done. And then I dyed 2 of Oh Dear. So, and this is what I mean. I dyed these at the same time. And last week I talked about how different 2 skeins of yarn can be, even if dyed at the same exact time. You can tell that they, you know, were dyed at the same time, but they are different. One has more ecru coloring and one has more of a creamy color because yarn soak dyes up before the other one can sometimes. And these are minis, so you can imagine how it is for full skein. So don't necessarily knock a dyer just because it's not an exact representation, because the colors are there. We have an order we do things in. We write those things down. They just don't always turn out identical because we're not machines, so it's not going to happen. This one I think I put in, or I'm going to put in. This is Emerald City. Obviously, why? It's emerald greens and super light greens, and this is just a nice tonal yarn. It's nice green. This is coming. This is actually should be in my shop. If not, I'm putting it in because this is one of my St. Patrick's Day colors that's probably going to stick around. So it's not going to be exclusively for St. Patty's Day, like Cherry Cordial and Candy Hearts were. I might make a different rendition of Cherry Cordial. I'm not sure. Or I might just do like a strawberries and cream or something like that. And this one's fun. This is for Easter. Easter's not here yet, but it will be releasing probably in the next week or 2. Just give everybody time. This is called Where's My Egg? It reminded me of, I was thinking of like things you do at Easter, you know, Easter egg hunting in the grass with the kids. So you have a nice turquoisey blue, almost really close to Sky and Field, except for this was resist dyed, so it does fall differently and it does have more. So we have turquoisey blue with patches of green. So there's that play throughout. They go straight throughout the whole thing. And then we have, that's what we got. That is Where Is My Easter Egg, or Where's My Egg? And that'll be coming soon to a shop near you. Mine. My shop near you. On your phone, tablet, or computer. Just saying. And this is June. This is just a nice, easy, neutral browns. This is a tonal brown color. That'd be nice, because there are people that are neutral that don't like to have all kinds of wild colors and stuff, that just like a nice neutrally skein of yarn to go with some wild colors, or to break up some wild colors, or, you know, whatever. And last but not least, Remember last time I showed you Bloom, which was supposed to be pink flamingo, but there was blue left over in my dye? Well, I got exactly what I was going for. This is bright, but this is my pink flamingo color. It's got oranges and fuchsia, light spots of pink and black, and spots, really light spots of brown, where the black grayed out and muted the orangish red color. So, because I looked up several pictures of flamingos, so I kind of just smuddled them together. And yes, that is all I have for this podcast. 25 minutes, shaved off a few minutes. And yes, my last podcast did get cut off, and I just didn't add to it. I just felt that I should just leave it where it is. Thank you for everybody for watching. Anybody that comes, comments, like, subscribe, you know, the whole get down. I'm not going to be like my video right now. It does help everybody find these videos. You know, not everybody's going to want to see the amount of yarn or the same amount of fiber that I bought, but, you know, you get to see at least one project I worked on, right? And procurements, stash enhancements, they're just that. I just like sharing my goodies with people. If you know, my shop update information, some of these have already gone into the shop. Some of them are going into the shop relatively soon. So I like sharing that with people live, because not everybody goes on Instagram and not everybody goes on Facebook, because you can find my shops at both places. And you can find links to my shop on both places, actually, through my profiles. And not everybody shops on Etsy. Some people just simply want to watch a knitting podcast, and then they go, ooh, I haven't heard of that shop. So anyways, subscribe if you want to know when I'm podcasting. Like, to help other people in the fiber community find them easier. And also, the reason why I plug other Etsy shops is we're all small businesses. Give them a little love. You know, that's just how I look at it. And plus, I get to enjoy their products. Like the bags. I love the bags. I'm addicted to bags and stitch markers and progress keepers and everything. Everything fibery related. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna quit telling you to have a nice day and actually tell you to have a nice day. Should be back around this same time-ish next week. Unless I don't have anything to share, and then it'll be the week after. But we'll see how it goes. Play it by ear. I might pop in for a quick hoo-yah and tell you how it's all going. Anyways, have a great rest of your week. Happy Valentine's Day to anybody and everybody who's watching. And hope to see you again soon. Bye.